In the Salem Commons. Behind me is an old Knights of Columbus building, which was originally the Silsby Mansion. One of the various people in 1811 who received bribes from Baring Brothers to become a director of the new Second Bank of the United States, which gave 70% of the treasury to the British after a war, just like the First National Bank did. But right now, in front of me is one of the tunnel entrances. So let me lift the camera up and we'll take a look at it. There we go. See the opening? There's this brown metal square that closes it off. It's been filled in. We can take a look. Probably see more than I do. So it's a crossroads. And hopefully you're getting a good view of the various turns that this tunnel makes. There you go. And coming back up again. So there's been stories about 100 years ago that there was a man who met a friend of mine when she was a little girl and said when he was a little boy, he got stuck in these tunnels and he had to try to get out before the tide came in closer to Derby Street. So it's probably one of the reasons why they started filling in these tunnels. The other reason was that after Prohibition, nobody really was smuggling anymore. The new owners of the houses didn't want water rats and strangers going into their buildings. So other locations off this commons that had tunnel entrances. Possibly the gazebo in the basement. There's wood lining its cement foundation, hiding any possible entrances that used to be. Similar to the one side facing Washington Street at the Daniel Lowe's building, had a tunnel that used to go out to the train tunnel that Daniel Lowe had access as a personal train stop, which is now blocked off from view. To my right, there's a boulder in the island on Winter Street. That boulder is there to cover up one of the entrances, but it didn't keep the kids out in the 1960s who actually played under Winter Street. So there was another access point at the pedestrian light right across the street. That one has been filled up with leaves since the street grate was put in there. And all those decomposing leaves have filled up that entrance by now. So these tunnels were actually about the normal height of a hallway, same width as well. And the problem with that is if you got carts coming from the ocean and you got carts going back to the ocean with no cargo, what do? You can't make people back up a mile or so, but you can make someone back up maybe 300 yards. There's these pullouts set a fixed distance throughout town that somebody could back up to, pull over, and let the other people pass. So that's it for now from the Daily Dirt from Salem Smugglers Tour. If you want more information about the tunnels in Salem and America's first millionaires that were created because of this smuggling, refer to it's my book, Salem's Secret Underground History of the Tunnels, and its sequel, Sub Rosa, that tells you what did they do with all that money for good or bad, shaping American history afterwards. So, enjoy.